dog that we called. Yeah, yeah. So
That's true.
yeah, so that's kind of my wrap up. It was an invite. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy how they had the early prelims on ESPN2 and then ESPN and then it's like ESPN Plus. My ESPN Plus actually worked really well this fight. The past few fights it's been on ESPN Plus. It's been like skipping. Actually, there was one time where it went back like 15 seconds and it just never caught up. It went back 15 seconds, so we rewatched the 15 seconds. And
Oh man.
I don't want to touch it because I know that ESPN Plus has a lot of issues. So I was just like, well, I guess we're just watching 15 seconds late now. You know, like that's kind of irritating. It's kind of irritating. You know, I don't
Oh
know
yeah.
if you agree. My mind, for some reason, I like it when I know that it's as close to live as I can get, and me knowing that I'm 15 seconds late kind of pissed me off a little bit.
I can imagine.
Yeah. But I wasn't gonna like restart it because then I was just imagining me having an issue getting in, you know. So I was like, whatever. Half the time it makes you want to like illegal stream it instead of just doing ESPN Plus. It's like, come on, guys. Illegal streams like have it down better than ESPN Plus does, less issues. But I'm trying to support it.
Do you have to pay for that?
Yeah, it's like $5 a month, but I had some company come over, so actually I like stopped tweeting and stuff, and they chipped in some beer, so I figured I'll pay
There you go.
yeah. So the beer was, I mean, I didn't have to pay for beer, so my $5 went to the yeah. I rationalized it for sure. Yeah. Dude, Gilbert Burns came out. That was a fight that you saw on the card, and it was on the card, but it wasn't like showing up on those sites for some reason. Gilbert Burns came out and dominated the dude. It was freaking awesome. But yeah,
That was the one that wasn't on the Wikipedia or anything, right?
yeah,
You
yeah,
couldn't find
yeah,
it.
yeah. And I don't know if they're like still trying to make it or what was going on. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, that's what happened there.
Nice.
So yeah, let's see. I'm just pulling up the Bellator 220 card. The Bellator 220.
I know that the one fight we were able to bet on, we won.
Oh, we did?
Yep.
Because
It was only,
it should have just been a push. We should have pushed it.
did we? I don't think so.
Yeah, it should have been a push. Because it was a majority draw. So Rory McDonald, majority draw against John Fitch.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Just got my dollar back.
Yeah, exactly. And then that Ilima Lee fight where I was like very confident that she was going to submit her. It was a TKO. It was a nasty elbow to the forehead, and you could like see the skull through the cut. It was ridiculous.
Oof.
Benson Henderson beat the Adam Piccoli guy by a decision, which we also said. Phil Davis surprisingly didn't go decision, but TKO'd Liam McGreary. So if you could have made that parlay of those 4 fights that I said, you would have won. That sucks that they only had that one fight on there. I mean, Bellator's not that... It's not that lesser of an organization. These guys are good fighters. I mean, it's not like they're bad fighters. So, the 2 organizations you want to get into when you're fighters, well, actually, there's 3 now. It's Bellator, UFC, and one FC. But oh well. Yeah, that was fun.
Well, Bovada, get it together.
I know, right? Well, anyway, that's kind of it. I was just watching the. Yeah, that's all I got. I don't know if you got anything else.
You know, I don't. I'm excited to see kind of how this fight compares with the all the boxing match going on this weekend. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
me
got
too.
distracted looking up my Twitter handle.
No, it's all good. I was getting distracted by looking at some other crap too. But
You know, kind of seeing if all these really close fights can draw the same kind of attention that Canelo can. Because I mean,
Well-
obviously, boxing is a huge sport.
yeah,
but hopefully this one will draw a crowd as well.
Well, I'm probably gonna be watching that Canelo fight too, just to see what's going on. But then again, I watched the YouTubers box as well.
YouTubers boxing?
Yeah, so these YouTubers boxed. It was some KCI, I think his name is, against Logan Paul.
KSI versus Logan Paul?
Yeah, KSI versus Logan Paul. And then
I heard about this.
Then their brothers fought before, and I was on Twitter, and I was like, I was doing like my updates, my UFC updates and stuff, and just the knowledge that UFC fans have over YouTube fans or whatever they're called is ridiculous. Because like they had no idea the point, like why points were going certain ways, and it was ridiculous. And then they were like, "What? Why did they call that Logan Paul's brother winning him? Why did they call that fight when there was no protest from the other fighter? Like it was like he was done. You know, they're stopping the brain damage because he's done." You know, it's just this ridiculous. Like they're waiting for like a one-punch knockout. It's like, no, that doesn't really happen in boxing. There's too much. You know, like you can get knocked out. I mean, especially like those old Tyson fights. But I mean, that's in between now. It doesn't really happen that way anymore.
You know, I might have to look up some highlights of this. It sounds like it'd be pretty comical.
Well, it was pretty comical, and then they got pretty gassed out every single fight, and that's where it kind of went. Yeah.
How many fights were there?
I think that there were like five fights.
Just the two?
No, there were like 5 fights, and they were all they were all the YouTubers.
Wow.
I found it really entertaining. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty sweet. And
did people pay for this?
Yeah, it was $20.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I got into it, man. Like I was like, oh man. And sometimes in the UFC commentary, I get into not debates, but I'm just like, yeah, no, I scored it the other round or whatever. But there was no debate with these people. It was just funny. I just had a blast with the back and forth.
That's good.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we made a pick on a handball game.
Yeah. Dude, I think they're gonna box again. We'll cover it.
If they do it, we will. We'll have an episode all about it.
The KCI Luke Paul fight too, or whatever their names are.
Logan Paul and Jake Paul.
Yeah. Well,
you know, the sad thing is, I used to follow them when they were on Vine.
Oh, okay.
When they were both like really, really small on Vine.
Yeah.
So I kind of saw them coming up, and dudes were funny.
Yeah.
They posted some funny stuff, and then they just turned into these complete douchebags.
Yeah. They were in shape. I will say, okay, so Paul came out with a more traditional boxing stance, and it fared really well against KCI's stance, which was more unorthodox, kind of like a long, almost not karate stance, kind of karate stance though, more sideways, making himself like less of a target. But Logan Paul was able to get through it, so that was pretty. Yeah, I want to see him fight again though. It'll be entertaining.
I'm sure they made enough money that they're willing to do it again.
Yeah. It was quite a production. I mean, it was a legit production, and those are never cheap. You know, getting the arena, paying everyone. So
yeah, true.
But that's what we got. Hopefully, you'll win some of those good parlays, man.
I'm hoping so.